Hello everyone, we're going to be continuing with DANGAN RONPA today. I'm using a new microphone, so I do not know if it is loud enough. I'm just hoping that it's loud enough. Alright, let's get right into it. Chapter 4, I believe. I don't know where we left off, so this will be fun. Here?
Just a second. Hey.
Where? Here?
Just a second.
No.
Hey.
Alright, so through here. Trying to remember where everything is.
What?
What the? Why do you seem so surprised? Nothing's wrong. Why would anything be wrong? He's acting really strange. Well, I guess he's always acting really strange. Well, I'm gonna go back to my room now. Take a easy pad. See ya. Can I just have one hint of where to go? That's a new one.
Have you reached that certain age?
I see. Anyway, I'm headed back to my room. I'll just be living there totally calm. What is... I don't know where I left off. So... Choka and the other one are acting strange. So I wonder if they have anything to do with anything that's happened.
Just a second. Hey.
Where? Does it not occur to you? Right.
Just a second. Hey.
Right, I'm gonna have to load up a thing on my phone here. Right. I'm gonna have to take a guess because I cannot remember where it is, so I'm gonna open every door.
Hey. Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe it. Go and check again.
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. I get it, she's out. She was so forceful. I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then.
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Yeah, so... Yeah, here we are. Okay, first we have to find the network cable. That was in the drawers. Okay, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to one. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world if I can. I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. Okay. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here, you and all the rest of us, as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How did it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Okay. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko.
What?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't it that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we do?
so
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego...
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I head back to my room. Is it free time? I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realised. So before long at all, fell asleep. I had completely dozed off. Oh, ding dong. Oh, ding dong again. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. I don't want to. I want to go back to bed. I have to admit, I've kind of gotten used to the sleeping here. You're fine. Rattle.
Makoto.
Get out here. Okay, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's up. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. And that music's kicked in. I always hated that music. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. I always hated that music. The rec room. Okay, let's hurry. Sorry about that, I need a drink because I know I'm going to be streaming for an hour. Makoto, Kyoko, Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Oh. A second. Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating the school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? The chair.
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't cry. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. Crash! The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Second. I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her, she dead. That's how I know, because of that music. That music always means death. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and ding dong ding dong.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Huh?
Right. So, the first stream I come back to is literally is a class trial. Well, this is going to be interesting because I haven't streamed or played Danganronpa in a decent while, like a hot minute.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes started steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse or reaction? I have to go get them. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Okay, that was fake. So he's on the sus list.
Yes, yes!
Oh, so she's dead, huh? Also on the sus list,
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. He's always the suspicious one, so I'm gonna have him down as well. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered. And by someone in this very room. It's highlighted yellow. And that normally isn't a good thing, so it's probably a lie. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you, Hiro, BFO, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hate the sight of it.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer thing.
It's the Monokuma file!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her?
Hmm?
Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish the things with me.
Phew!
Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is, this time I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one. Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
So I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the heck? He owes someone.
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever kills Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then. Hina is guard number 1, but we need more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me. You're always a thorn on my side. This time, just stand by, watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin the show. Hold up. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Kyoko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, if it's further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care.
Ah!
I'd rather spend time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? Something tells me you do have something to hide, buddy. So one thing I might do for this stream is do investigation, and the next stream will be class trial.
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura is not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. I already see some clues. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. You investigated. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Agami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be challenged. Why is that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. But the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But it could really happen in real life, and right before our very eyes like this.
hey,
I'm curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails. Sure, if you don't
that's
mind.
fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside the target, the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through the gap in the door, or something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternative escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay. That was a lot of typing and speaking. But also, just a quick little message is I'd like to thank everyone for 115 subs now. I am still shocked at how we've gone up this quick. let's continue. There's loads of clues everywhere, but I want to speak to everyone first.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to harm much. He despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. Okay, here.
What the heck?
We already knew who did it.
I won't forgive you.
It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, my cousin? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to Nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again, after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the one who said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to me. But this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, even this never would have happened. You know, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. There we go. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, at the same time as she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three, then with them directly. Well, first off, if the window is smashed, this door is the only way in or out the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock. There's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. But I'm pretty sure if that bottle was there before you smashed it, the glass would be on top of it. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It's like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved it. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of helps. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Hey, what is...
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the cone? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue, I'm not sure how to see how. Well, you see, it was obviously put there because the glass is underneath it. This isn't some kind of a wrapper.
Huh?
Yes. Do you recognize it?
Well...
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy bar. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left Nest's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So I gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like it. I Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to him. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much.
'Cause, I mean,
Well, I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself, that's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all of their flavour. Okay. There's some stuff here. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair. Sakura's glass is all red, and these are the tops of some sections of a bottle. So this must be originally been a bottle. Okay. Yeah, there's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. If it fits in the palm of my hand. It's a monkey figure. Which is one of these over here. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Yes, I just wrote this. So, monkey figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So,
It's no different from your standard shipping bottle. You know, with the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat place inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this Monkuma, this is the Monkuma version, a Monkuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Monkuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monkuma figure we found on the ground. There are shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monkuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monkuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monkuma bottle was the weapon. But there is some stuff over here. The locker's opened on the inside. It's a handprint.
why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the
It's true.
And it's quite fresh too. I see someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back before we opened the door. We looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the lock was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so what does this handprint mean? Oh. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shop. It must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far from where she got? The same shelf of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Other than that, I don't see any possibilities. If I click on her, Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that was what killed her. But according to one human file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Togen?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yeah, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura was actually has to be connected to why she died.
What?
What do you want? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what a fool would do that? It's what it said, and risk being killed by that monster. So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. But it says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? He's known for lying. Until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, are we good? Is there anything else I can click on? That, I think. She got super upset with herself. Okay, so that's not anything there. No, okay. Let's talk to her.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Okay. Anything else? Can I leave yet? So there still has to... There has to be something else, right?
What the heck?
I already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Okay, so... Okay. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to my grandfather, she died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Hyoko and I were moving Ultigo? Probably. Is there really nothing I can click? Because I don't see anything. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get to the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both of the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have just created locked room from the inside, not from outside. Okay.
Listen.
Oh my gosh, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I decided you'd go in my place. She decided she's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay, let's go in then. How do I leave then? Oh. Okay. Normally you just click the door. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Probably. Got here quick. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds,
Who's there?
the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Tucker slipped it out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. Yes. I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Toya already told me she had asked to meet with him. She wanted to meet with the Master Chief. I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit to it, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. She didn't see it, but can I really believe her? No. Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Tucker quickly retreated into her room. Okay, there's a lot of people's input in this one. Why can't I find his room? Oh, wow, I walked right past it. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul, have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. That she asked me and Tucker to come to. When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well. When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But she didn't write you a note? Yeah, no, she
How about that?
she gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others like in passing. I gotta be honest, it's super suspicious. So then you went with and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw her was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. No, it was feeling around to his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of his pocket.
Huh? What?
Quick as the wind, he snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come
So
on!
just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that I asked him to meet with her, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there was no way that all there was to it. Okay, so I've heard from Tucker and Hero. Well, so I definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out where this. Okay, I'm pretty sure it came from Chem Lab, so where should I start? Chem Lab. No, that's the nurse's office. Next floor. Next floor again. And Chem Lab is all the way at the end of this hallway, here, and then here. Boom. No.
What?
Did you have your eye on the Chem Lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, I understand. Now, this isn't my first time seeing the shaft, but I just can't get over having this. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the entire shaft has been connected together, but to make my giant shaft profitable, also powder that seems to be spilling from the shaft. Be careful not to step in. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. This is where the powder comes from. It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been...
So in other words...
That's right, it can only have been around the time of the incident. If that's what really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For
I
me.
see.
So when you look at it, this is interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints... Oh, let's skip past it. They came in and went straight to that shelf. Did whatever they had to and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay then, let me see your shoes so I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what he said. I see, feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. And this... on this shelf is... one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other awful, powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter C and number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section. So on this shelf there's a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They are reagents. Put simply, they are used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. But how have you lived in such an ignorance for so long? It must truly be a bliss. Isn't it that kinda harsh?
What?
What you think studying science and mathematics has no particular practical application in the real world.
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf labelled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. Well, there's letters on it. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think to worry too much about this shelf. Okay, and last shelf. Let's see what's on this shelf. These are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. What contains them in this shape labelled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait. There's one bottle here that's labelled Chem C9. So could someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A, dietary supplements. Section B, reagents. Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Okay. No, I didn't click that. Alright, First I have to check out this area. You've already checked out everything, bro. According to, I guess you use them to do experiments. The wood contains a label with a letter B and a number, so I guess I consider this part of section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have anything private. Sure. Oh, duh. It's a broken bottle. It's like chemistry 4. I was on the 4th floor this morning to check things out.
So, in other words...
That's right, so much. Yeah. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals, so I guess I'm considered this bad. What's on this? Yeah. On top of that. Okay. If you lay out the footprints, it looks like this. And then you look at the pattern. Just went to the shelf on the left and that's it. They went straight there and did something and then left. That's according to the footprints anyway. These prints are really clear, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out whose they are, which means these footprints are super valuable. Yeah, I know. Can we leave now? First I have to check out this. You did. You checked out everything. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave the footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. There's also remains of a broken bottle. It looks like from Chem C4. And it also looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to the powder would have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take a look around the yeah. Right, what I might do, guys, is leave it here and then continue the class trial on the next one. So I will see you in part 17, which will be the trial, I believe. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in episode 17.